Hi, I'm Granny, and welcome. This is Dixie, this is Cindy, and we're all about the same age.
Welcome to Granny Women, and let's get quilting.
Okay, it's pouring down snow outside, so I decided I'd start squaring off Andrew's quilt. Well, I got it done. So we got one down and one more to go. I got wheels to do. I still got 2 blocks I've got to finish embroidering, and then I can square his off. So this is ready to quilt just when I get time to do
I
it.
want to see the Memaw Dixie show and tell.
Oh, the show and tell what I've been doing. What day did I square this off? That day that I couldn't get out totally, wasn't it?
I have no concept of days.
What day was it, Mom? It was this week, wasn't it?
Yeah, one day this week, but I don't know what day, because I wasn't out either.
Maybe Monday. That's
think-
where he
What's
stood off.
today?
That's Friday.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
We're all doing real
Anyway.
good.
One day this week, I squared this quilt off for Andrew. I've been working on it. I'm making him a quilt. So I got Andrew's box done first. So I thought, shoot, I'll go ahead and square Andrew's off. Well, today I pinned it down to get it ready to quilt.
Do you need an assistant to hold it?
Well, I don't remember even how I folded it. Because I just folded it off the
Oh
table.
goodness, I'm going to end up tripping on your
It
cord.
goes this way.
I've not ever seen it
It's
myself.
just pinned. It's not quilted, but it will be. I pinned it down today off the table. And this is Andrew's because he has Sutherland East, and that's his school colors, and he plays football. So there we are with that deal.
Well, that's
Now, what kind of pins are these?
Those are called clover pins, and they are awesome.
Where you buy them from?
You can get them at Joann Fabrics, but I had ordered these years ago at, off of Pinterest or even, I don't know where I got them. I ordered them online years ago, but I've used them and
I
used
ain't
them and
never
used them.
seen any like that.
And you told me they're clover
she's got
pins?
one
Is that what
for-
you
Yeah,
called them?
they're clover pins.
She's got
Yeah.
one for Will. What color's his was in Dixie?
Well, he's this Elizabeth and Cyclone, so,
Orange and black.
See?
Okay, very cool.
and then they just go in
And so when you're doing it and you pin it, how you always leave a certain amount of space, or you just kind of eyeball it here on the ends? Like, how do you know how much to leave
I want
off?
enough over, because this all cuts off, and then your batting comes up. So
And if
once
you
I get
don't-
it quilted, this comes off.
And
Trims
if you
around.
don't want to put a binding on it, you can cut it, leave that blue part about that far, turn it under it, and hem it and make it the edge.
Like a couple inches? Is that what you were
Mhm.
kind of saying?
Yeah. So anyway, Andrew's is red, white, and blue. And I did the boys one when they were little towheads. Because Andrew was a Tennessee fan and Will was a Virginia Tech. So I made them a Tennessee and Virginia Tech quilt. And they're still sleeping with it. And then I got up there prowling and found, I run out of stuffed embroideries, what happened. Me to even get it back out. And I thought, shoot, I think I got enough football helmets to make the boys another quilt. I'll just make them, since they're playing football, I'll just go ahead and make them a school quilt. That's what I was doing. But this one will be wheels. This is the last square I like to do and having his ready. But his is, his will be orange and black. And it will be squared out in orange
And they
and
both
black.
play football for a reason.
And how long does it take you to do each square?
If I would get busy doing it, you know what takes me longest to do? It's going around this. Now I can set tonight and do every bit of that orange. But the longest is for me to outline the football. The helmet and the football and stuff, it don't take me long at all. It takes me longer to outline the writing.
So do you do one every few days or every
yeah.
week or?
If I'd sit down and do it, I could do one in a day and a half, 2 days.
She does it while she watches TV at night.
So,
And Cindy can't do nothing hardly at night. She can't see good enough.
but yeah, and Andrew's turned out really pretty, the red, white, and blue, but I've got some colors for wheels that it's going to be something. I told him, I said, now, don't be showing all them kids at school it's quilt I get it done, because they're all going to be wanting one. You know, they ain't going to be one like it.
And for the low price of $2,000, maybe you'll make them
really.
I've got a woman trying to design me a cyclone to do in a ball.
But yeah, his will be, now you can do these quilts and do, this is 9 squares, that's why I trim it out in the colors. I think it look better. But you can do 12 squares and just trim one border around
See,
it.
Andrew's a year ahead of Will. So.
You get an extra year to do it. Now, where do you buy your, I don't even know what these are called, Dixie.
Oh, my pattern
Your
here?
hoops. Well, your hoops.
Lord, do you know how long I've had this hoop? It's my favorite one. I've got all kinds. I've had this since I very first started. I've had this thing for almost 40 years.
Really? I mean, it kind
I
of
have
looks
got
it
it
considering
taped.
how much tape you've got on.
I've taped it together where I've wore it and it's broken too. And that's my favorite hoop. Because
Just the size
with the
or?
rubber on the band, now they got those, you crank and it'll want to slide, and your embroidery's not as pretty because it'll slide on you. But this is rubber and it holds it in place, and that way you can get a straighter and prettier.
Can we see you do a couple stitches?
Oh yeah. You can get a straighter and prettier thing with this one. But yeah, I've taped. See, it doesn't slide, and then you can just pull it tight.
Dixie had enough quilts that she could have been quilting on them, but we've had so much. That's sad.
You just go in and out.
I never did forget mine. We forgot Anna one time at church. She wasn't 3-year-old. I come home, Cindy didn't have her.
So you go all the way down doing
See?
that same stitch,
got
and
that?
then you come
No,
back.
you can't.
Yep. On this, now when this right here is cross stitching with it. But now when I'm doing a straight pattern, I'll go all the way around the helmet. And it's like outlining like you're coloring. Actually.
How many different stitches do you do, or do you?
Well, you can do a satin stitch, you can do a cross stitch, you can do a button stitch. I mean, just whatever the pattern calls for.
Most of the ones you do are cross stitch and straight stitch, or?
Yeah, I do satin in some, like on pillowcases. I don't mind. If it's a great big quilt, I would do more satin stitch. But when I first started doing this, you could buy embroidery thread 3 for $1. Well, there's 74 cents a spool now. Well, if you satin stitch, you're going to go through a spool in probably less than 1 flower, wouldn't you, Cindy? I mean, you just can't afford to. anymore. That's why I don't fill in. Unless it's something that's small, I'll fill it in.
So you've almost finished that one.
Oh, yeah. My biggest problem, if I just do it and just not pay attention and shut my mouth, I would, wouldn't take me long at all. But I've got to, now sometimes what you do, just what I just did.
Mm-hmm. How it like kind of.
Yeah, just pull it up. Maddox, Will's girlfriend, she's wanting to learn to quilt, so I guess I'm going to start teaching her how to quilt. She wants to learn to, she didn't know I quilted. She just thought I embroidered, because every time she's coming over, I've been
That's what
working
you're
on one
doing.
of these things. And Will told me, he said, maybe I don't tell Maddox, but she's wanting to learn to quilt, and she wants to do an old quilt. And I said, well, tell her come over here and I'll teach her how to do it. But I want to teach her on something simple, so I'm going to start her out on just a block quilt. And all I'll do there is just cut that off. And I'll tie it off and I'll start.
You just made a couple of knots in it so that.
Yeah, just tied it off.
Move on to the next.
Mm. Now,
All right.
see,
Well, when you start teaching her how to quilt, start filming so that you can show everybody else.
Yeah. So you just go around your outlining just like you're coloring, and then you just fill it in. Now, on my football, and you can tell on this pattern, see, your football only has one line, but I didn't like it. I thought it needed more depth. So
You did 2.
I done 2. I doubled it. I went down it, and then I come back up it. And then this right here was just lined, and I thought, nah, football looks better than that. So I satined in between it.
That's the satin stitch?
Yeah. And then went in and doubled it. I doubled here, so it would pull the football out more. Because the helmet's kind of big, and I wanted the football to kind of blend with it. But anyway, I'll have this squared out. I'm going to film squaring it off. And I'll film whenever I put it down, because the secret to when you put it down, to save you a ton of trouble and to make your quilts look a lot better when you go to quilt them, you've got to iron them. And if you'll iron it as you're pinning it down, what you're doing, you're stretching your cotton, but you're flattening it out. And then when you go to quilt it, you're not getting all these bumps and rumps and all that junk in it, but then it slides. You got a better, it just does a lot better. So anyway,
More to come.
I'll be showing you guys how to do that probably next week. I'll have wheels done, and I did find the material I liked, and it's in somewhere in Rochester, New York, headed my way. It's orange and black, but it's a checkerboard color, and I wanted to put it in with his. I'm going to blend it in with the orange and black. I didn't want to do a solid. I'm going to do...
That'll be a cool
I couldn't find on Andrew's without stars and stripes and all that, and I didn't want to do that. So that's why I just went with a polka dot. But on wheels, it's going to be like an orange and black checkerboard, probably around it, and then in between, I'll blend it in with just solid colors, so it'll be different. Well, when I did it, the first 2 I sewed together, I got to look up, I'll be a son of a gun. I've done that upside down. I put one way and one the other. started across, or I got the cross upside there.
There's the
Cross.
top on your left hand, isn't it?
It's over there, so it needs to go up. No, that's the bottom.
Needs to go this way.
And one more.
Here's the top right here.
My goodness.
Oh, you all right? Don't go down.
Wow. Oh my gosh. So this is the original yo-yo quilt, your first yo-yo quilt you've made. With the cross.
Yeah.
And then like the gray for the rocks.
Yeah.
There's a lot of...
How long did it take you to do? How many months was that?
What, 2 months? About 2 months. Took about 2 months.
And you kept that one, right? That one goes in your house?
Yeah.
That one wasn't a gift.
Oh, get that in, Cindy.
My Lord, how heavy.
You wait till I put the back on it. It is right here where I started. I comes in. So I'm gonna bring it right back through. And then I'm gonna pop it off. And see where it's all the way around. And then I'm just gonna take it off the thing. Right back through the back.
I ain't even know what. Probably because the back door's open.
And tie it off. Clip it off. There's your yo-yo. Do a double on the ends. That just takes it on to the next level. But I'll do me 2 or 3 doubles on the ends, and that way it will less likely somebody turn it loose.
Thanks for watching.
And don't forget to like us and subscribe.
And hit that bell icon.